Okay, today under rate of reaction, we'll be looking at the factors that affect the rate of reaction. In total, there are 5 factors that will affect the rate of a reaction. They are concentration, pressure, particle size, temperature, and lastly, catalyst. So let's look at each of the factors and how they affect the rate of reaction. But before you do that, take a look at this template over here, which is very useful. Why? This following template can be used to answer questions on the change in rate of reaction when a factor is changed. So first things first, you just need to tell me what factor increases or decreases, state the effect of changing the factor, and how it increases or decreases the frequency of effective collisions, and thus conclude by stating how it affects the rate of reaction, whether the rate of reaction increases or decreases. So let's look at concentration. Concentration affects the number of reactant particles per unit volume. So when concentration increases, the number of reactant particles per unit volume also increases, thus increasing the frequency of effective collisions, and therefore the rate of reaction also increases. Pressure. Pressure, take note, it only affects gases. When the pressure increases, the reactant particles are closer to each other. Why? Let's compare two setups. You have one beaker over here and another beaker over here. Their beakers are of the same size. Let's say you have a higher volume in beaker A, but a lower volume in beaker B. In beaker A, the molecules or the particles are far apart, but in beaker B, the molecules are much closer. So because they are much closer, the pressure will increase in beaker B. And this increases the frequency of effective collisions, and therefore the rate of reaction also increases. For particle size, whenever you see particle size, always link it to surface area. When the particle size increases, the total surface area decreases. So there's a less surface area for reactant particles to collide with. Thus, this decreases the frequency of effective collisions and the rate of reaction decreases. Temperature. When you see temperature, link it to kinetic energy. When temperature increases, the kinetic energy of the reactant particles also increases. This increases the frequency of effective collisions, and therefore the rate of reaction also increases. And the last factor is catalyst. What is a catalyst? When a catalyst is present, the activation energy required for the reaction is lowered, therefore increasing the number of reactant particles with sufficient energy to overcome it. This increases the frequency of effective collisions, and therefore the rate of reaction increases. And that is 2 minutes of chemistry. See you next time.